everybody's losing players
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
going to be hoping to gain players. There's only been a few that have decided where they're headed. So you told me before we went on live that Nebraska's lost 12. And of course, these guys can stay with their current team, but 99% of the time they end up leaving, something like that. So it's pretty much a done deal. But 12 in the transfer portal.
Well, yeah, and you can't. That's not. It's not a surprise. I mean, when you have a coaching change and um, guys that were here, coaches that were here for them, that's why they came here, and they're not here anymore. And
Yep.
that's the way it goes. I mean, every school's dealing with this right now, and that's the thing that Nebraska's going to have to depend on right now. And I think Matt Rhule's done a great job already in establishing himself, and he's gone after the high school in-state guys first and foremost. I don't think he's left to stay in Nebraska since he's been here. But yeah, I mean, you lose guys in the transfer portal, and I mean, I can name them if you want me to. I mean, Mosai Newsom was the first one today. Marquise Black, Alex Kahn, Camonte Grimes, Isaiah Garcia Castaneda, Dakota's Crossford, Ernest Hausman, Brant Banks, Jaden Gould, Jalen Weaver, and Brendan Frankie. The one that stings the most, obviously, is Ernest Hausman being an in-state guy, and and I just when I look at that one, I can't really be too surprised because the guys that recruited him, Scott Frost and Barrett Rood, are not on the coaching staff anymore, and he's an up and comer. Yeah, he's a big time player too, and you hate to lose a guy like that. And maybe the door's not shut, but I know Iowa's coming strong for him right now. But that's probably the biggest one. That's the shocking one to me for somebody that was playing a lot and establishing himself. You had a few other Nicky Joseph guys, and that's the way it goes. And we'll see. I mean, players are entering the portal like crazy right now because it just opened up, yesterday, and we're going to see this until January when people have to be enrolled in school. So, Matt Rhule's got a big job in front of him, and definitely the transfer portal is going to be a big part of it for sure.
So Hausman is one of those players in one of those situations that is difficult for me to really understand unless there's something else outside of football involved, because like you said, he just went through his freshman season. He had a productive season, got a ton of playing time, starter, 54 tackles, had a really good start to his career at Nebraska. And it's not like he's going to be sitting behind somebody. So I wonder, in cases like that, what's going on?
Well, like I mentioned, the guy that he committed to was Barrett Rood. He's not on the staff now. And Barrett Rood had a big part of his development just in his true freshman year. And Bill Bush is another guy that, I mean, he wasn't a starter going into the year. He was a starter by default when Nick Henrich got hurt and was out for the year. So he had to depend on Ernest Hausman. He even had a chance before Nick Henrich was out for the year when I think it was Luke Reimer that was banged up for a game too. And, he started playing well, but, I mean, you can't blame him. That's what I'm saying. You can't blame him at all. He committed to Scott Frost first and foremost, and Barrett Rood second, and they're no longer here. So who knows? Like I said, the door's never shut right now. If you enter the transfer portal, doesn't mean you can't come back and see what's out there. But right now, Nebraska doesn't have a linebackers coach. They don't have a defensive coordinator either. So, I mean, you can't blame kids for taking their opportunity and see what else is out there.